I just don't quit.
Junior Edwards was a fan favorite on Swamp People, but then out of nowhere he got fired. So what happened, and where is he now? Right after Junior made his debut on the show, everyone knew he was no average guy. He was an absolute pro. People really loved watching him, which is why it was so surprising when he left Swamp People in its 6th season. What's even more insane is that he didn't actually leave willingly. It turns out he was fired. Maybe the producers underestimated his popularity. He was no ordinary hunter. It was pretty much in his blood to go after those elusive alligators, a tradition that's been passed down for generations. You see, for many families in that area, hunting gators isn't just a way to put food on the table, it's a part of their heritage. They do it to keep the gator population in check, and they've been doing it for centuries. Similarly, Junior and his family have turned gator hunting into a family business. When he was not out in the swamp wrestling with gators, he was busy collecting gator eggs to sell. And if that was enough to keep him occupied, he was out there fishing and hunting other critters too. He had a passion for danger. That's probably why fans of Swamp People had taken an instant liking to him. We don't know a whole lot about Junior's early life or education. He's a man of action rather than words, but when it comes to hunting, his actions speak volumes. He proved that point by snagging gator after gator with an unstoppable determination.
Give me some rope.
One of his most memorable moments came in the 3rd season when he and his son Willie took down Big Bertha, a whopping 12-foot long alligator. They'd been eyeing this beast for a while, and when they finally caught it, they got a shock. It was a male gator. This was the kind of content that kept the audience and Junior's fans hooked, which is why we can all agree on one thing: removing Junior was a big mistake. And if that wasn't bad enough, his firing was followed by many executive changes leading to multiple other cast members being fired. Willie, by the way, was the only Edwards who didn't get the boot in that 6th season shakeup. But now the real question is why? Why did Junior and his crew really get the boot from Swamp People? Let's take a step back to 2015. Right after the 6th season of Swamp People had wrapped up, you see the show had gone through some major changes. Some big shot executives had decided to shake things up, not for the better obviously. They brought in new producers who didn't seem all that interested in keeping the old gang together, and that was when the shocker came. Not only did they give Junior the boot, but they also said goodbye to his family, and they didn't stop there. Liz Choate, Joe LaFont, Tommy Chauvin, and a bunch of other folks who've been a part of the show from the get-go got the same treatment. There were rumors about money disputes and clashes with fellow cast members, but Junior never spilled the beans until much later. Maybe he wanted to give the producers a chance to realize their mistake, but when nothing changed, he got absolutely enraged. Junior wasn't about to stay quiet about this injustice. He took to Facebook to set the record straight. He made it crystal clear that neither he nor his family were out there begging for a bigger paycheck, which was the rumor floating around. He also revealed that History Channel had been inconsiderate enough to terminate his contract without as much as a warning beforehand, but none of it made any difference. The fact that he was fired did not change, and then nature decided to make things even worse for Junior. As if one tragedy wasn't enough, another one struck. But this one was much worse. Junior's son Randy passed away in 2018. But what happened to Randy? That's the question that had everyone scratching their heads. It must have had something to do with alligators, right? Wrong. Much to everyone's surprise, he tragically passed away in a car crash. The family posted about it, asking for prayers and respect during that impossibly tough time. According to the police reports, the accident unfolded when Randy lost control of his 2002 Chevrolet. He smacked into a car pole, causing the vehicle to flip over and eject Randy. While it's not confirmed, there were whispers that Randy might have been driving under the influence and wasn't wearing a seatbelt, but none of that mattered. What did matter was the fact that Randy had passed away at just 35 years old, leaving behind a grieving wife, 3 kids, his parents, and his brother. It was a tough blow for the Edwards family, and it must have been insanely difficult for Junior. Now we also have to talk about what's been going on with Junior more recently. After the awkward situation with the show and the not so friendly vibes among the cast, Junior made it clear that they didn't really need a camera crew following them around to do their job. He'd spent a lifetime in the swamp after all. While he did shift his focus to hoop net fishing with his wife Teresa, which was a less dangerous gig, he also said he was totally open to rejoining the show. Why? Well, it turns out that fans had been hounding him with requests to bring the original cast back. Junior basically said, hey, if you folks make enough noise, maybe the network will listen. Much to the fans' delight, they were granted their wish. Fast forward to 2021, and Junior finally came back to Swamp People in its 12th season. Although he didn't come back for any of the following seasons, it was still great to see him on our screens again. And to this day, the show is still going strong, and it still looks like it'll keep getting renewed for more seasons. Besides that, much of the cast has remained the same since the 7th season. One exciting development in the show was the introduction of Junior's grandson, Little Willie Edwards. He joined Swamp People in its 11th season and quickly gained popularity. It was an Edwards family reunion in the swamp, and fans were thrilled. This proves that the Edwards family has a lot more to offer to the show, and I for one can't wait to see more swampy adventures in the foreseeable future. Now, we also have to talk about the fact that gator hunting is not very profitable monetarily, and it's also incredibly dangerous. So why do they do it if not for getting rich? The truth is, while they might not earn a ton, the hunters can still make enough money to sustain their families for the year ahead. This income often complements their other jobs or business, helping them provide for their loved ones. So, was that the reason Junior returned to the show? Did he need money that bad? Well, no, his side ventures paid enough. He's been quite successful despite not having the show to fall back on. That's because of his family's business, which includes commercial fishing in addition to gator hunting. That's how they make a living. In addition to their fishing business, Junior, Teresa, and Willie have also tried their hand at the tourism game. They offer tours and guided fishing trips through the Atchafalaya River Basin in Louisiana. They even have a merchandise line that is sold in local shops. Although it seems like their small venture didn't rake in the cash they hoped for, or they lost interest, as their business website has been dormant since 2015. When it comes to how much Junior is worth, that's a little bit of a mystery. Reality TV stars like him don't usually spill the beans on their salaries, but we can always make guesses. While there are rumors that some Swamp People cast members earn around $25,000 per episode, we don't have any concrete info on Junior's paycheck. Still, considering his fishing and hunting businesses are active all year round, we can take a guess and estimate his net worth at around $500,000. That's not too shabby for a man who's made a name for himself in the wilds of the bayou. But anyway, what do you guys think about all this? What are your thoughts on Junior? What do you think about him coming back to do another season of the show? Let me know in the comments below.